out the person I was with wasn't being real with me. I'm finding out about secret DMs, saying I love you, moving sneaky.
Y'all, brace yourselves, because what I'm about to spill could shatter everything you thought you knew. For years, fans have been mesmerized by Porsha Williams' seemingly perfect life, the glamorous smile, the flawless photos, the sparkling public persona. But behind the glitz, the filters, and the carefully curated social media posts, a darker truth may have been hiding in plain sight. And today, that truth is finally coming out. Hold on tight, because her ex-husband, Simon Guobadia, says he's done staying silent. He's stepping into the spotlight with allegations so shocking, so gut-wrenching, that they are sending shockwaves across the internet right now. Imagine believing the person beside you is loyal, devoted, and loving, only to discover they may have been secretly weaving a web of betrayal behind your back. That's exactly what Simon claims happened. According to him, there were secret DMS, whispered "I love you" messages, and alleged late-night rendezvous hidden from prying eyes. This isn't the story fans thought they knew. Simon alleges this wasn't a one-time mistake, but a long-running pattern, years of alleged affairs, multiple alleged partners, and repeated deception that paints a very different picture from the one presented to the public. And then comes the most alarming claim of all. Simon further alleges that during these secret relationships, others may have been unknowingly put at risk, raising serious concerns about health, trust, and responsibility. If true, this goes far beyond reality TV drama. It becomes a dangerous betrayal with real-life consequences. This is a story of alleged deception, manipulation, and heartbreak. A story about discovering that the life you thought was real may have been built on lies. As Simon begins to speak out, layer after layer starts to unravel, and the truth, whatever it may be, is impossible to ignore. Y'all, this is not a story you scroll past. It's explosive. It's emotional. And it's a full-blown scandal demanding attention. And just to set the tone for what's coming, here's what Simon claims in his own words. "The person I was with wasn't being real with me. I'm finding out about secret DMS saying I love you and sneaky behavior behind my back." So buckle up, because once we dive deeper into what Simon is exposing, there's no turning back.
I just want to let y'all know that if y'all been hooking up, go get tested, because she been spreading herpes.
Buckle up, because the story you're about to hear isn't just another rumor. It's a full-blown scandal that's about to explode across every corner of the internet. Simon Guobadia, Porsha Williams' ex-husband, has finally decided he can no longer stay silent. For years, the world saw a picture-perfect love story, smiles on camera, hands held in public, glamorous appearances that painted a portrait of loyalty, devotion, and happiness. But according to Simon, that image was a carefully constructed illusion. Behind closed doors, he claims, secrets were being kept. Messages were hidden. Betrayals quietly piled up in ways no one could have imagined. And the truth, as Simon tells it, doesn't just shock, it scorches the very image Porsha worked so hard to create. Imagine believing someone is fully devoted, completely honest, only to discover they were allegedly living an entirely different life behind your back. Simon claims that while fans cheered and social media applauded the romance, Porsha was allegedly involved in years of secret affairs, juggling multiple relationships while maintaining a flawless public persona. Late-night messages, secret calls, coded texts, all hidden beneath charm, charisma, and carefully curated appearances. And according to Simon, the betrayal didn't stop at emotions. He alleges that these hidden relationships carried serious and dangerous consequences, claiming that partners may have been unknowingly put at risk. If true, this moves the situation far beyond celebrity gossip and into deeply troubling territory. Simon says this recklessness, this disregard for others, is exactly why he's speaking out now. Y'all, it gets even darker. Simon describes what he claims was not a one-time mistake, but a repeated pattern, years of calculated behavior. He paints a picture of someone who could smile for cameras, appear loving and committed in public, yet allegedly engage in actions behind the scenes that could devastate lives.
So, the people who I'm talking to now, it's just two. I've narrowed it down to two. Okay. And he is nice and she is nice.
You both.
But I really just wanted to make sure that these were normal people. And what I talked about with my therapist the other day was, I'm having a hard time opening up because they're not.
Hidden lovers. Risky encounters. Loyalty reduced to nothing more than a performance. As the story unfolds, more layers begin to surface. Simon suggests that friends, insiders, and witnesses have slowly begun connecting the dots, realizing this wasn't a brief lapse in judgment, but a lifestyle built on secrecy and deception. And then comes the revelation that sends chills. Simon alleges that some of these encounters involved serious health concerns, claiming people may have been exposed without their knowledge. He frames his warning not as gossip, but as a call for awareness, urging anyone potentially affected to protect themselves and seek clarity. Simon doesn't spare details. He recounts specific moments, hidden messages, secret meetings, calculated lies, that he says reveal just how deep the manipulation ran. Friends who once defended the relationship now look back with regret, realizing they may have been fooled by a carefully maintained facade. The allegations stretch even further. Simon claims there were repeated boundary-crossing encounters, moments where trust was broken again and again. The contrast between public perfection and private chaos, he says, was devastating. For fans and observers, it raises a haunting question. How could someone who appeared so loving, so committed, be capable of such deception? According to Simon, this wasn't a single bad choice. It was a pattern, decisions repeated over years, treating relationships as disposable and consequences as irrelevant. And that realization, he says, is what hurt the most. Through it all, Simon's pain is unmistakable. He speaks about ignoring red flags, dismissing doubts, and slowly watching the pieces fall into place. What he believed was love, commitment, and partnership may have been built on lies from the very beginning. And just to set the tone for everything that follows, Simon sums it up in his own words. So y'all, it turns out the person I was with wasn't being real with me. I'm finding out about secret DMS, saying I love you, moving sneaky behind my back. That single statement cracks the facade wide open. As Simon continues to speak, the revelations only grow more intense. Behind the image of a happy marriage, he claims, was a world of secret encounters, hidden relationships, and repeated betrayals no one saw coming. According to Simon, it wasn't an accident. It wasn't a moment of weakness. It was a lifestyle of deception, carefully hidden behind smiles, fame, and public appearances. And now, that illusion is unraveling.
Surely it's not Porsha. Like, this bitch right here knows she get more than a little bit. I mean, she's definitely hooked up with women, definitely. If she gets drunk, she becomes an aggressive lesbian. Right. Aggressive. Like,
Simon's words reveal the painstaking reality of uncovering the truth. He describes having to sift through hidden messages, secret rendezvous, and a tangled web of lies just to begin understanding the scale of Porsha's alleged affairs. The emotional weight of realizing how much was concealed, how carefully each lie was crafted, hits hard. The people involved, the secrecy, the manipulation, it all builds into a story of betrayal so intense it leaves you reeling. And then, it gets darker. According to Simon, this wasn't about fleeting mistakes or momentary lapses in judgment. He claims it was repeated behavior, a clear pattern involving multiple women, emotional manipulation, and deliberate secrecy. Every smile, every public appearance, every carefully curated social media post was allegedly a cover for private chaos unfolding behind the scenes. Friends who once vouched for her are now forced to reconsider everything, questioning what they truly saw, and what may have been hidden beneath the surface all along. As the conversation spreads, Commentary from people close to the situation begins to surface as well. Some express disbelief, saying things like, "In my mind, I'm thinking, surely it can't be Porsha." Others claim they were aware of behavior that contradicted the public image, alleging that alcohol sometimes brought out a very different side, one that fueled rumors and speculation about her private life. Whether these claims are true or not, they add yet another layer to an already explosive situation. Taken together, Simon's account paints a picture of a relationship built on secrecy, contradictions, and alleged deception, one that sharply contrasts with the polished image the public believed for years. And as more voices weigh in, the story continues to grow more complicated, more uncomfortable, and impossible to ignore. This statement sends shockwaves even deeper. Simon paints a picture of behavior that, according to him, wasn't random or isolated, but repeated and deliberate. He describes a clear pattern: hidden affairs, risky encounters, and an alleged disregard for consequences. While fans saw confidence, charm, and control, Simon claims that behind closed doors, Porsha engaged in actions that betrayed trust, disrupted relationships, and left emotional wreckage in her wake. He emphasizes the repeated nature of these encounters, alleging that boundaries were crossed again and again, with secrecy carefully maintained across multiple relationships. The combination of alleged infidelity, calculated concealment, and emotional manipulation creates a picture so devastating that it becomes nearly impossible to reconcile the public image with the private reality being described. With every new revelation, the shock deepens. Fans are forced to question everything they thought they knew. And according to Simon, the consequences weren't only emotional. He suggests that these secret liaisons carried real-world risks, including serious health concerns, adding a dangerous dimension to an already explosive narrative. This wasn't just heartbreak, he claims. It was betrayal with tangible, potentially lasting consequences. The repeated nature of the alleged behavior intensifies the emotional impact, leaving fans stunned by what Simon describes as sheer audacity. As he recounts the experience, another layer emerges: the psychological toll of living in an environment shaped by secrecy, manipulation, and constant doubt.